and those shoulder muscles. And if they have been done and during the day is not improved and you don't have back your full range of motion, then definitely you are ready again to see a chiropractor or me to get adjusted. Especially head and neck joints are so important, and we sitting too much and looking into computers and really overstressing all day long, reading and working, overstressing those with the shoulder girdle together. The posture is all day long have to hold, so that's easy to misalign neck joints, and the head is having the less range of motion. And when that happens, all the nerves, when we, I remind you again, all the nerves coming from the brain, connecting to the body, to each cell gets the practically the nerve fired from the central nervous system over the spinal cord and goes to everywhere in the body. When we imagine that all these nerves coming through the neck area, from the neck goes down towards the spine and then goes out to the extremities and all the organs, even the vessels, and just name it, then it could be anything suppressed in the body. So neck, adjusting the neck, the head joints, those are actually very important, really has to be emphasized on. So even if you just do every day the test, and then you sit there and then you just turn the head and then you realize that one side is going easier and further, the other side less, and then maybe is crunching in the back, in the neck, and you have pain. That's already too much. But moving different in one direction, the other, then it's definitely again you are ready to get adjusted and aligned. And my last recommendation, and actually making everybody aware of that the self-adjustment with certain motions then can happen, that we make some motions and then something popping, it opens up and feels good. That's okay. That's an incidental restoring full range of motion in a certain joint. That's okay. But some individuals, they go so far, oh, that felt good, and they start looking and feeling for certain cracks and then repeating it again, and it becoming almost a habit. And this self-release practically, yes, relieves the nervous system, gets relieved, the tension goes away. But the issue what happens here, we are developing a too much movable, hyper-mobile segment somewhere on the neck or anywhere in the spine. We repeat those, so I call it self-adjustment. It's never really corrective if we self-induce it this way. It goes back and then it's get more unstable, looking some other segments. And actually this one becomes too much motion and favors the other one to get locked. And the other one being locked needs another segment again to get too much motion. So no way that this could be self-done. There is no way that we should do it ourselves and then have the difference between making a routine and repeating range of motion and the difference to the self-induced cracking. So when we do the range of motion and repeating certain motions and certain segments, tiny little bit crunching or cracking and opening up even, that's okay, because the isokinetic chain is slowly giving up and loosening. And I use this type of adjustment myself actually. It's more in a osteopathic direction, but that's really favorable using those muscles and releasing, and then the whole body releases. But please don't try to do it yourself this way. That's the difference actually. And it's important to know. And before I'm finishing, I go back just to the major thought: develop more awareness to the body. Doesn't have to be becoming total, almost hypochondriac in direction. Oh, I'm blocked, I have this, and then who doesn't move, and so you are afraid to move. No, you do your routine, you do the light motion, you do go for a power walk. That's one of the best exercise routines I ever can recommend to anybody. Just go out in the morning, and when the air is still cleaned up from the night winds, and make a power walk, even if it's just 10-15 minutes. It's worth it. And before you get up, just do in bed the light repetitive range of motional little exercise routine before get the gravity on the body, acting on the body. Those muscles, they pulling from the night, maybe wrong positioned or moved something overnight, that can be lightly corrected and you get less in trouble. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Goodbye. Now, she showed 5 minutes, and then I saw 3 minutes, and then I kind of like went, and then when that happens, that I want to wrap it up, then you can do this. And it means then I can still continue, and then I grab it, and then can, because if I break the thought, did you see that?